Okay, welcome back to Kenshi, everybody. This is Dishwasher Baby, and I've not done really much in between episodes. We just got everyone healed up, kitted out, Orin with some gear, and we are gonna go back to the. Uh, I just got lost on the map there. There we go. We're gonna go back to the location where we were fighting the dust bandits. Yeah. And we're gonna keep fighting those dust bandits. We have a decent amount of food. I'm gonna go stack those in the backpack. That out, just in case. Yeah, last time we were out here, if you remember, things got a little bit sketchy. Just due to the fact that there were also slavers over here. Oh, excuse me. Seems like we've got more yet. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna try and pull them. Go. Let's see what we can do. Okay, that worked out wonderfully. Uh, Not quite what I meant by pull them, but it looks like we didn't pull everybody. So this really works to our advantage. I'm going to turn ranged off for everyone. Okay. And we will slow time down a bit. Yeah, so I'm glad that I got those Wikizashis up and running. I think I am going to go get some more Shek now that we are kind of set up. We also do need to run down to Squin at some point during this episode. But right now, I think the most important thing is going to be to get ourselves ready for combat. Yeah, dust bandits are now hostile towards me. What a shock. The only difference that actually makes is that the dust bandits will now not, like, ever decide not to fight us. Perfect. So now we're all healed up. And Dishwash Baby will be down for a moment. I'm thinking though, let's try and pull more. Nope. Okay. Fine. Range back on, Taryn. Go ahead and attack this guy. Get stuck in a little bit and then head back. Alright. Come on. Follow us. I know you want to. Taryn. Get better at melee, please. Yeah. So yeah, really, I don't want rangers, as I already mentioned, but it's something that I'll mention again. Yeah, and I want Dishwasher Baby or Dishwash Baby to actually get up and start fighting again. If he gets knocked down again, bonus points. Honestly, seems like it's not the right way to think about a fighting game, but it definitely is the right way to think about Kenshi. Turn ranged on. This is why this guy hasn't come. You know what? Got all of them. think that is all of them. So ranged off, get in there, get stuck in, and get knocked down again. Perfect. That'll really help. Uh, Anytime you fail at something in Kenshi, it makes you better. So, yeah, getting that toughness up. If you fail at dodging something, you get your dodging up. If you fail at blocking something, your blocking goes up. Your defense. So yeah, good shit. Clearing out dust bandits is a great way to just get some experience. They're not super dangerous enemies. It's not like they're likely to take your arm off or anything like that. And they're just, they're not that strong. But they are stronger than, like, starving bandits, which, whatever. So they're about at our level of strength at this point. And just pulling a few at a time allows us to kind of control that a little bit. See, the nice thing about taking a dust bandit camp is that you can actually just go like this and say, hey, put these guys in bed. Go. And now we can just kind of stand right by here, blockade them. See, I don't think I can do anything with that. Yeah, this guy's retreating, isn't he? Yeah, he doesn't want to fuck with us at all. And I'm not too keen on fucking with him right now. I'm just gonna let these two people heal up a bit. And yeah, we're gonna corpse camp these guys. It's not the intention. They're already dying anyway. Not like they really had a chance. I don't know, some of them are probably playing dead. Oh, wow. Wow, we did a number on these guys. They are all dying. Holy cow. Pretty surprised by that. Yeah, it's not actually really all that common. In Kenshi, a lot of the time, that's just not the case. Alright, Zim, never mind. That was kind of bad timing. But this is perfect. Nice warm up. We definitely need to go to Squin, like, at some point. And then probably to Abmag after that. We might even go back to the hub just to heal up so that we can do those tasks, because, yeah, healing up in a bandit camp is not that easy. Most of the time, things like this happen and it just becomes futile. Because you keep on taking more damage. But it's actually a good way to just get in another fight, is to just lay down somewhere where you're kind of screwed. But yeah, actually that's fine. Let's just head over to Squin directly. I love the military formation. It looks great. The only thing that I don't like about the, like, formations and stuff is when you are, like, just, standing around in a building. Sometimes, in order to get formation, like, you got one or two people that'll go outside or something. And it's just dumb. But yeah, most of the time I don't actually see people using this method where I have them with a job that says to stay close. So most people probably don't have to deal with that. This guy, this guy has something with Ruka. Like, for real though. That's the weirdest glitch I've ever seen. If anyone was watching the episode where he followed Ruka out of Squid, uh, and then the episode, I think it was the one after that, where I tried to lead him back to Squid. Uh, yeah, apparently that's where home is for him. I was wondering where the fuck he was going, because, yeah, Squid was not there. I really don't know what happened with that. Never seen that before. Alright, awesome. Look in here. Yeah, they don't have a lot. Good enough for me. Not really. I wish I had a lot better, but for now, that's good enough for me. Those will be really good for us. And let's check AdMag. Right. So a lot of the enemies in this area would do some pretty big damage to us. Skin spiders would do a lot of damage to us. But the thing about skin spiders is that they're also pretty squishy. The scary thing about them is that when they down you, they may start eating you. I've been very lucky before, and actually not had a group of skin spiders that totally should have just started eating everybody. Eating everybody. Alright, and so this is the effect of having them all just follow me. Is that we ran through, yeah, we ran through a bone dog uh, area. Now it looks like, hopefully I'm not missing any, but it looks like there's just three of them. So we're gonna take this fight. This is gonna be a bit tougher of a fight. Really don't want it to be in super fast mode. Okay, that wasn't another bone dog being added to the fight. Got it. Just wanted to make sure of it. So when you knock a bone dog down, because of the amount of damage it does, I would definitely recommend just killing it right away by harvesting something off of it. You don't have to take everything like I did, just the skin or some of the meat. I don't know why Ice is trying to go over here. I know she's switching targets for some reason, but I don't know what the logic is. Like, why the game has decided that that's what she wants to do. So, yeah, see how that one's unconscious since it's not dead. I'm gonna try and loot from it. Someone should be able to do that. There we go. Cool. Those bone dogs are dead. We'll have him do the robotics thing. Skill of robotics is 2, so that's not good, really. It'll get better, I guess. And there we go. Bone dogs defeated. Quite useful for us. I'm gonna have Oren pick up ice. And we're gonna keep moving. Wow, did we just wipe out that wolf den? I really don't feel like we just did that. That was not like a whole wolf den. That must be something unrelated, honestly. Like, in my opinion, I'm pretty sure that's unrelated. But yeah, this crew is doing pretty well so far. I'm really liking this start. I think on our way back, we'll actually pick up a couple more people. We can check AbMag first, honestly, since it's further away. It's probably a smart idea. So instead of going directly to the fabric shop, we'll go here. Yeah, it's funny at first, you know, they're all sitting there like, oh, you know how to use that sword? Well, that changed pretty quick. Now we do know how to use that sword. Let's see here. The reason why I came was for people, but I might as well sell all these teeth because they're useless. The animal skins are not useless, however. That'll give one of my people at home something to do when they don't have fabrics. Well, interesting. Yeah, it looks like we've got a lot of Shek warriors here. Looking for work. Ruka. Sure, why not? Money's not an object right now. 3,000 cats, you got it. Alright, and 6,000 cats. Hell yeah. Cool. So all these guys are gonna bodyguard 10. Dishwasher baby, I mean. Let's see. I'm gonna get rid of the bodyguard portion of it because it's useless. It just doesn't matter. Staying close part is the only part I actually care about there. And so, yeah, now we've got a bit bigger of a crew. They're training in there. Wahaha. Take a look around, he says. You don't want me to take a look around because that means I'm stealing shit. Especially in Kenshi. Okay, yeah, that looks to be it. Yeah, I don't need the leather that bad, though. Honestly, I'm probably going to be making quite a bit of leather here soon. With this many people, it's time to go gorilla hunting. For sure. Yep. We need the food. At this point, I'll start buying the engineer's maps and stuff. Well, These are going to be useful, so we'll purchase some of those. Probably more than is necessary. All's well that ends well. Off to the hub we go. So the plans at the hub are going to be to get all of these guys kitted out as much as possible. I'll probably stop Wakizashi production for the time being, unfortunately. Mostly because I would rather get more armor produced. Yeah, I'd definitely rather get more armor produced, so that's kind of the goal. I want to get these other two guys kitted out with something decent, as they probably don't really have anything that great on. Yeah, it's all shoddy, of course. And that person's wearing no defense. Hey, that person already has. Nice, and that person already has the things that I want them to have. Oh no, this person has a Wakizashi as well. A topper. Huh, I didn't know a topper was a katana class. Katana and a saber. Top heavy balance. Hmm. Similar reach to an Adachi, but it's fast. Not a huge fan of it so far. Seems like everyone stopped there, but nope. How fast are we going? 11 miles per hour. Yeah, and that's him sprinting as fast as he can go. Apparently. Man, sometimes the logic of the movement in this game just makes no fucking sense. All right, though. Yes, as things are kind of calming down here, I'll have Orin put down ice. But yeah, she'll need to pick ice back up. Never mind. Never mind. Yeah, I think my computer's struggling a bit right now. So I'll probably end up giving it some time to cool off once I get back to town. Just picking up the recording there. Okay, we're back. Just had to restart the computer. I'm actually recording again. Uh, it's a different day, but nothing really has changed. We just got back to town, healed people up a little bit. Didn't really have anyone lay down, but I had my new people equipped with the stronger Wikizashis and whatever clothes I had laying around. So everyone's hooked up except for Longstow with. I'm glad I actually checked. I do want him to have wooden sandals on. Those are really useful. What we're going to be doing now is we're going to go gorilla hunting. This should be probably one of our most dangerous fights so far. So let's get to it. Gorillas are often something that I'll go ahead and fight to level up because gorillas are strong, but don't tend to. They're one of the few things that don't tend to travel in major groups. So what I did here was I went ahead and just hit R for Dishwasher Baby. All of them automatically started fighting. Wow, Taryn went down already. He must have been pretty injured still. We might want to heal up before we go gorilla hunting. Seems like it might be the smart idea, honestly. Because gorillas are pretty powerful, and I'd like to be able to hunt like one or two of them. We should be able to. It'll be good for leveling. It'll be good for a lot of things, really. But yeah, as you can see, we really just wreck these starving bandits at this point. I mean, the only one that has any trouble is starving bandits are now hostile towards me. Yeah, it didn't seem like they weren't already. I didn't start this fight. But yeah, the only people who aren't that good are going to be Terran and Dishwashed Baby at this point, because they both just barely switched to melee. But yeah, everyone is getting absolutely wrecked when they try to fight us, so that's a step up. And yeah, like I said, I think we are just going to go back and get some people healed up. So let's go back to the hub real quick. Yeah, I really love that formation. I think it's just great, you know. I don't like the random formation. That's it gets annoying, honestly. And it doesn't seem to be all that useful. Alright, so everyone who is in any pain, go lay down. Gonna have Oren come over here. And Ruka goes there. Yeah, I want everyone to be fresh-faced and ready for gorilla hunting. Like, we only have one person who isn't going to go lay down, and that's Khalid, because he only has like a tiny injury to his leg, which is awesome. I love that. Super glad to see it, because we have been doing quite a bit of fighting. So it shows that we're leveling and, you know, it's not useless. Some of the goals that I have here are going to be related to getting animal furs and probably meat. It's going to be pretty useful to start getting meat ourselves. It's not really something that was feasible when bone dogs were the only thing that we really had potential to fight, because even now, while we could fight bone dogs successfully, probably a max number of bone dogs that we could fight is like 4, even though we have so many people with actually pretty good gear. I mean, it's not like these leather turtlenecks are the greatest, but even the standard grade ones have a bit of protection. So yeah, it helps out a lot. Helps out a lot to have these protecting, especially like your legs. Legs are probably the most important, but arms can be very important. Like, if you need to carry someone, can't do so if your arm is damaged beyond a point. So it's actually kind of important that they have some sort of protection for the arms. Obviously, the head, the chest, all that stuff's pretty damn important too. But I'd rather have someone go down in most cases than have their arm either torn off or just put out of use. I mean, even just being put out of use can mean that I can't pick someone up that I need to pick up. Like, I can wait for someone to wake up. Most of the time, that's not too crazy of a proposition, but sometimes it's a crazy ass proposition to have someone who is up walking because yeah, they're going to be moving way too slow to get away from any enemies or anything like that. So, yeah, definitely good to have that armor, especially for the arms and the legs. Your appendages are very, very important. I mean, unless you're fighting someone way out of your league, it's not that likely that they're going to hit you and have you die. Uh, and I mean, from there, it's just fight management, right? Like, you gotta ask yourself, do I really want to get in this fight? Is that a good idea or is that a really bad idea? And don't be afraid to ask yourself that. I mean, it's an important question. While I'm not doing anything, I'm just gonna check and make sure. Yeah, Jafar actually will go running over there to get fabrics pretty frequently. As long as we have fabrics, but I might as well keep him kitted out with some food. And luckily we do still have some copper. So that's awesome. Alright, dishwashed baby can stand up. Can stand up. Khalid automatically follows and we can stand up. Yeah, looks like we're all ready to go. Yeah, he'll get medical attention. One thing that I need to do is give all of these guys a medic job. And there we go. Alright, we're all standing at the ready. Let's head to the Hive Village. And yeah, the only reason why I got turned around immediately was because I noticed that we really weren't in that great a condition. Look at that. What the hell? He just turned around like 3 times. Yeah, he keeps on running back and forth. Wow, I guess I found a great way to train your athletics. Just get in that same loop. But that is not what I'm trying to do right now. Definitely don't want to use the cheesy methods of leveling up. Like, I know you can level up strength really easy, and if it is something that you want to do but you don't quite know how, I'd recommend getting yourself an auto clicker for this. And what you can do is you can get a lot of iron. Iron ore weighs a lot. And so if you get a lot of iron, you're able to just stack a bunch of it in like a trader's backpack. That's what I always do, like way too much of it in a trader's backpack. Then I will put that trader's backpack actually in the inventory of the person you want strength training. It's good if you have an even number of people because then you can actually say, all right, what I want is each person with a trader's backpack with quite a bit. It doesn't have to be full, but just quite a bit of iron ore in there. And that should put them at nearly 100% encumbrance, even at like 50 strength or 100 strength, even. Then have them carry a colonist. And you could even use the bodyguard function. It's probably a good idea if you're trying to do this. Is to use that bodyguard function, have them automatically just follow one person, have that one person sneak so that they don't move so quickly. Have all of them carrying someone, and I would just have them in a town. Have your auto clicker clicking on one point, and then make sure that the person that they're following has a job to do. And they will keep going and trying to do that job. Hopefully your auto clicker will get a click in before they go back to that job and keep them moving. And then, yeah, they'll gain a whole lot of strength. So if you're not going to be there anyway, you might as well do that. Uh, really sick of all this foliage that's in the way here. So we're going to take this fight out of the foliage. I don't want to take that fight in the foliage. There we go. Okay, so we're going to have Dishwash Baby run in there. And how I do this is I don't want too many people standing to one side of the gorilla. We want to kind of surround the gorilla. So I'm going to tell them all to ignore the gorilla and just go stand around the fucker. And that's because the gorilla has a lot of sweeping attacks. You can see that it hits more than one person when it's attacking there. And that can get pretty brutal. It can knock a lot of your people out pretty quick. But it's another reason why gorilla hunting is a good way to train. Not only does it take a whole hell of a lot of hits to take down a gorilla, but they do actually do quite a bit of damage. You don't get a whole lot from fighting a gorilla, but 6 animal skins is nothing to scoff at, and you can pretty much guarantee if you walk around this area long enough, you're going to find a gorilla. So it's quite good. And I mean, I'll just let them fight here. It's not really a big risk with how many people we have. I don't even think anyone's going to go down. But you can see just how much you need to hit a gorilla for it to go down. I mean, holy cow, you just have to wail on this thing for ages. And there it goes. Everyone's going to heal up. And I'm going to have Dishwash Baby stack those. One other thing that I want to do is get... Oh, we did have Jaglonger go down. We'll have Longstow pick them up. Yeah, he's doing robotics, so I'll let him do that. I will speed things up while that happens. Okay, perfect. I did see some more gorillas wandering around these parts, but I'm wondering if I should just go elsewhere. I mean, they do wander, so might not be here anymore. But last time I was in this village, there were like 3 or 4 that I saw. What I don't really want to do right now, even though I might be able to do it, is get in a fight with beak things. That is coming, though. Trust me, that is coming. I'm not going to avoid beak things for long. Beak things are great because they give me a lot of things that I need. So that's going to be like meat. I need that. It's hella useful. I won't buy it, but I definitely need it. And a couple other things. I mean, really, that's the main thing, is it gives me that meat that I desperately need. Because if I'm not making a lot of money, I'm gonna need some way to feed people. Ah, dope. We've got another gorilla. Looks like he's already pissed at us too. Must have heard that we fucked his brother up. Once again, I just don't like the area. There we go. In a game like this, where you don't control how the fighting goes directly, because anytime your units are engaged, they are not really under your control. But best thing that you can do is just set yourself up as best as possible. See, and here's another gorilla. So this is an interesting fight. We're going to have Longstow go ahead and put down Jaglonger because it looks like they will be able to stand. I'm going to try and separate just a couple people off of this gorilla and have these guys focus on this gorilla as well. Alright. And hopefully no one else decides to join this fight. I wouldn't even want the hivers to join this fight right now. Just because it would take away from the experience we would gain. So, It is a little annoying that you have people running back and forth from fight to fight. It's just not all that helpful. Oh, we're getting close here. There we go. Have long stoke, grab those. That way that guy doesn't get up and cause us problems. Yeah, as bad as it looks, I love to see people going down. Especially going down, getting back up, and then getting knocked down again. I think that gets your toughness up more than just getting hit usually does. But there we go. Where is Khalid going? Yeah, that's not good. There's a lot of gorillas over here right now. So this situation, I think we will have the hivers help us out with. Christ, everybody's full. Well, at least we also have some beds too. That could help. There aren't a lot of hivers walking around out here, are there? There they are. Hopefully this will be good enough. Looks like Dishwashed Baby might get a little dishwashed here. But he's used to it. He's been getting dishwashed since he was a baby. And these guys should join in and help us fight. Yeah, there we go. And we'll just let that happen. Again, I just don't want to like have everyone standing in the same place. But yeah, as you can see, these guys will definitely win. I mean, they do more damage than I do, and they do it just about as fast. So they'll save my ass here, and then I can go pick up Terran Yaglonger. If I even need to pick them up after this fight, I might not. You know, grab those. And Khalid's already volunteering to go medic these guys. I love it. Absolutely. Yeah, no one's in really that bad of a position. So, I'm happy with the results here. Khalid, pick up Yaglonger, Ruka, pick up Terran. Yeah, from the looks of it, they won't be getting up anytime soon. Okay, and then we have Longstoat and Zim still down. We'll have Dishwasher Baby pick up Terran. Wait, never mind. Terran's already picked up. Dumb. I just barely vocalized that it was Longstoat and Zim. There we go. And that gorilla is dead. Perfect. Well, that's awesome. That's probably about all the gorilla hunting that we really should do right about now. So let's head back to the hub and we'll heal ourselves up. My. Because of the fact that the hivers are here, let's go ahead and join in. Now, one thing is, I'm pretty sure that this water is acid water. Now, wow, that gorilla, I feel like that gorilla had to have been injured or something. That went quick, even with the hivers. There we go. Yeah, we'll get rid of some of the excess stuff that we have on us when we get back as well. It seems like inventory management is one of the parts of the games that one of the parts of this game, and really most games do this, where it's just, oh god, it's so brutal. The inventory management, you know. And I get that it makes the game harder, and I won't get mods like, actually cube the food, or, something like that that makes it so things take up less space, whatever. And then, I don't have a problem with anyone else doing that, but I do like vanilla versions of games. One really just practical reason is when a game updates, you have to wait for all the mods to update, and games are updating constantly. Like, Skyrim is the worst one for me. Like, that's one of the few games that I've bought Skyrim like 4 times in my life. Uh, and each one of those times I already owned Skyrim. It's not like I lost a copy I had or anything, but no, it's literally just, oh well, I got this new gaming system, so I want to go ahead and get Skyrim for it. Uh, and when it was the PS4, so I got it for Xbox, I got it for Xbox 360, I got it for PS4, and then when I was playing it on PS4, I noticed that the mod options were just not, not really there in the sense that I wanted them to be, and so got the computer version so that I could get some of the mods that were more interesting to me. And yeah, I mean, it really didn't end up being all that great because every single time the game updated, I had to spend like an hour and a half figuring out what configuration will make my mods work again. And like even then, sometimes it's like, oh yeah, well now you just have to start a new playthrough, which I don't really mind, but when I have to do it, it is a little bit more annoying. Like most of the time that I start a new playthrough, it's because I just want to start from the beginning again. So let's throw down some more beds here since we have them. Now, eventually, I'll probably have everyone carrying a large backpack, and not a thieves backpack. No, that's some pussy shit. I want a large backpack on everyone. And in that backpack, I'm probably going to have a falling sun, which, if you know what that is, pretty fucking heavy sword. And then I'm also going to have a sleeping bag in every backpack. So each person is going to have a backpack and a sleeping bag. Also, some really hefty armor. But that's way later. I'm not going to do that right away because if I do that right away, we're just going to be absolutely useless in a fight and not able to walk around the world freely enough. Okay, great. And since I've got this a little worked out, I'm going to try and see if I can get enough space available in his inventory or in his backpack to actually have the camp beds put in there. It'll take a little while longer for everyone to heal up and camp beds, but at least I won't have to, run to a bunch of different places to get everyone in a bed. And I know that I could just use this, pay 10,000 cats, and then I have a bunch of free beds and access to backpacks and gear and stuff like that. Also, they'll protect me if they ever happen to be around when I get attacked, but meh. I don't really care about that too much. In the last, 5 playthroughs, I have not used the Shinobi Thieves. They're not bad. They're totally worth the money. In fact, pretty much one of the reasons why I'm not using them is because they do make things easier. And I don't need things to be made easier for me in this game. I'm doing really well in terms of that. And so I do want to take this time to just take a look at how Feck and Jafar are doing. Sweet. So we've got a specialist turtleneck. We can replace that. What do you got? Standard? Perfect. You get an upgrade. We'll go back to Feck's inventory. And you know what? Actually, the easy way to do this is to pick a chest and have him just empty it out into that chest, because... And I could automate this. I realize that I could definitely automate this process and have him put it all in an armor storage, but I found that that is a little bit funky sometimes. Funky in the sense that you have him put it in the storage, and then he'll only ever put it in one of the storages, and he'll still wear one of them. You know, it's just not, I don't know, it's not that appealing. Who did I give the specialist grade to? I don't know. Yeah, there it is on Orin, because Orin didn't have any armor on her legs at the time. Taryn has high grade, no specialist grade. Yeah, we just want to get everyone kitted out with the latest gear. It doesn't actually matter that much. Everyone has over standard grade for leather turtlenecks. And I will have to do some adjusting of this stuff. I really just need to go sell these things. But the samurai cloth pants, as you can see, are 819 cats each. That's awesome for something I'm going to have anyway. And that's for only high grade too. So that's really quite good. And Zim has high grade on. Orin has specialist grade. Ruka has high grade. Inu has high grade. And everyone else has high grade. So now that's for sale as well. We're not quite healed up yet, so that's fine. 10 doesn't need nearly this many bolts on him at this point. I mean, honestly, that's really what I should do. Just get rid of all of it, you know? Wrong container. There we are. Yeah, we have fabrics, which are desperately needed. And leathers, which are not as desperately needed. Because we have leather here, we have leather there. We have animal skins there. So, I mean, even if we were out of leather, it would come. We have iron plates. Well, we're not using them right now. I ain't worried about that. Have them pop those back in there. Cool. So yeah, that's my inventory management right there. You can see there's a lot of inventory management to do in this game. A whole lot. And it's just like, oh man, it's gotten to the point where it's like, oh freak, every single one of these chests is full. I need to just stack up everyone on my party and have them go on a trip. And man, I would have to go to like 4 different towns, go into every single trader in that town and sell my stuff to every single one of them in order to get rid of all of it, because it's just, oh man. But that's me saying, okay, go ahead and stack all this stuff in here, and then I'm gonna move it into these boxes so I don't have to go run and trade every 10 minutes. Then I'm just gonna keep stacking stuff away in boxes, and then finally, when I can't put anything more in the boxes, I'm gonna go ahead and just get a whole party full of people and go. I don't know why Longstow and Yaglong are standing. You know what? I actually do know why. I put them in bed. So they didn't have the order to sleep. Once they could, they stood up. Okay, and that's about as good as it's gonna get. I do need to go find a skeleton bed. Let's just select all. Alright. They're just staying close. But Dishwash Baby is going to operate a machine right now. Don't need that. Don't need that in my life right now. So I did just get an idea. I want to go to... I want to go to a place where I know I can get a pack garu. And we're going to have Dishwash Baby just run. It is a little bit slower. But if I do that, I can actually switch back and forth between running and sprinting. And that'll keep all my slower people kind of moving as fast as they can move, while also keeping people pretty well together. Okay. And Ruka is stuck under a bridge. Wonders. For now, in situations like this, I'm just gonna have Dishwashed Baby walk. I'm gonna have Inu come over here and see if she can't pick up Ruka. There we go. Go ahead and put Ruka down. And boom. Yeah, sometimes you'll get little glitches like that. I don't know how common it is. I haven't really seen it in people's playthroughs. For me, it's a pretty common thing. Initially, it was really annoying, but once I learned, oh, you can just have someone go stand next to them and they'll be able to pick them up. Once I learned that, it really helped. Because I thought in those situations, if you couldn't just right click, from a distance, right click and have them go pick them up, I thought that you would have to have them reload and reset squad position. So it's actually really, really good that we don't have to do that. Now, I'm kind of considering right now whether or not I actually want to take this fight. Because there's a few bandits here. And I'm still at the point where I can run away. Everyone's got their legs about them, which that's really when you want to consider whether or not you want to keep fighting. I also do have a goal right now of getting up to one of these towns here. I think it is either Stoat or Heft. One of those two towns, you've got an animal trader. It might even be both of them, because I know there's a few animal traders out here. But to get like a Garu would be nice. And so, let's let this play out for just a second and see how fucked Dishwasher Baby gets over here. Yeah, pretty fucked, actually. Not surprising. Zim's already down. Okay, so the plan then is going to be to move out. this is kind of an unfortunate spot to have this bandit territory, so to speak. And Orin, I want you to pick up Zim. Get the fuck out of there. And everyone's gonna go back down to like here. If they keep chasing us, that's fine. Some of them might go away, some of them will stay. I know if I take this group in parts, I'll be able to beat them. And there's a few of them that stayed up here, but the vast majority of them... Nope, never mind. The vast majority of them went back up here. So that's great. That's great for me. We have a couple people going down. Not a big deal. We can just whoop the asses of these bandits. We can chill for a second, and we'll start whooping their asses again. Just bit by bit. Where did you come from? That was a steep hill to fucking walk down or whatever. I don't think he did, actually. I think he was just being pushed up onto it. Kind of the opposite. But still, that did look a little janky. A little janky. Alright, cool. Now everyone's going to get medkitted up. And we'll probably do a very similar thing to what we did a couple episodes ago. Wow, I can't believe they're not healing that guy up. What fucking pricks. I'd never want to be a part of these guys' crew, man. All sorts of people left behind. People left dying when, like, you're just sitting, like, a few feet away from them dying. Like, I don't know, you'd think they'd have some empathy or something. And be like, yeah, I wouldn't want someone to just sit here and wait for me to die, but nope, that's what they do. Aaron, what the hell are you doing? Was Taryn not there that whole fight? I don't think Taryn was there that whole fight. Where the hell was Taryn? I can't believe I didn't notice that. Could have been dire, but let's just check and make sure, considering that just happened. Yeah, everyone's here, so that's good. Zim can get up. He's just being carried. So, put Zim down. And about 16 toughness. So, as far as I can tell, you know, when you get knocked unconscious, you get knocked unconscious for a certain period of time. So that's what that is counting down. But then after you get knocked unconscious, like after that time goes away, you can either go into a recovery coma or you go back to normal and they get up. So what my theory is, and I don't know if someone knows for sure or what, but what my theory is that whatever your toughness is the level. So like if I'm toughness 16, then I'll get up when my chest, head, or stomach, the lowest one or the highest one is negative 16. Once that's the case, then Dishwasher Baby will get up with 16 toughness. I think that's it. So far I haven't seen anything that's not consistent with. I think it is like plus or minus at like a point or two, you know, just to make it so it's not so linear and predictable. But in a lot of ways, you know, you kind of want things like this to be predictable. We got Khalid walking all funky because his legs messed up. So we'll be moving a little bit slower once we finally do get moving along. We want to try and bring these guys over here. But we got too many of them again. I think we outnumber them. Let's see how this fight goes. Check them over for valuables, he says. Well, you might want to finish the job. of getting us on the ground first. That's what I say to that. Dishwash Baby is, yeah, that's right. He's taking a nice, easy fight. That's what I wanted him to do. Anyone who's injured, if you can get him against an opponent that is less likely to do significant damage to them, that's great. As you can see, if anyone hits him in the chest, he's gonna go down. That's just the way it is, and I'm okay with that. There's Zims like that too. Anyone hits him in the chest, he's probably going down. But there we go. Wiped out the bandits. They ain't shit. Not a damn thing. Weak, punk ass little bitches. And looks like Dishwash Baby did get hit a little bit. So I think what we'll do here is we will put Dishwash Baby in that bed there. Zoom in that bed there. Who was it that was limping Khalid in that bed there? And yeah, really we'll just try and make use of the fact that there's some beds here. And speed along time for a second. Then we'll continue our journey out towards the Sten Desert. But I think I'm actually going to go ahead and leave that right here for this episode. Definitely let me know if there's anything that you would like me to do. Any comments, questions, concerns, whatever the hell that is. This guy's crawling at us. You don't mess with the dust bandits. Well, I think we'll leave this episode on him figuring out why you don't mess with Nameless. And get fucked. Alright, everybody. Have a good rest of your day. Thanks for joining in. Hope to see you in the comments. And don't dishwash the baby.